You've suffered an injury as a result of using either a consumer product, a medical device, or a prescription drug, and you have questions as to how to pursue recovery in the courts as a result of the injuries you've sustained. My name is Dan Burke, and I'm a lawyer at Waichman in New York, and I can answer any questions you may have concerning injuries from consumer products, medical devices, or prescription drugs, and I deal with these types of issues on a daily basis. One of the questions a lot of folks have, and that you may have, is what is a mass tort, or what is a class action? Is my case going to be part of a class action lawsuit? Typically, if a case involves an injury to a person, it will not be part of a class action. A class action is a single lawsuit that's filed on behalf of a large number of people. And it typically works in cases where, for example, there's a problem with the floor mats in your car, or the radio is shorting out, or you were shorted money on your phone bill, or any number of problems like that, where the damages that each person suffered are identical to one another. And that's typically what could be treated as by means of a class action. A mass tort's very different. A mass tort involves a number of plaintiffs or a number of people who've been injured by a particular drug or device or consumer product, and who have sustained a variety of injuries as a result of taking or using those products. Typically what will happen is that a few lawyers or a number of lawyers will file lawsuits in different jurisdictions around the country. And those lawsuits will then be aggregated or put together in one or more than one court around the country and treated in large groups. So, for example, a lawsuit concerning the prescription drug Actos has recently been given mass tort treatment in a multi-district litigation. And what that means is that there are hundreds and perhaps will ultimately be thousands of lawsuits filed against the manufacturers of Actos, individual lawsuits on behalf of each client. Each client and each person has their own lawsuit, and their case rises and falls on its own merit. There are advantages of proceeding in a mass tort context to the plaintiffs, namely the discovery against the company and the work that needs to be done against the company can be done one time and not have to be done on behalf of each individual plaintiff, which would increase the costs of litigation dramatically to the point where it would be prohibitive to do so. So if you have any questions concerning how your case is being handled, whether it's a class action or a mass tort, or proceeding on its own as a quote-unquote single event case, pick up the phone and give us a call. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. I deal with questions like this on a daily basis. Again, my name's Dan Burke. I'm a lawyer at Waichman in New York. Thanks very much for taking the time to listen today.